When he said he was going off the rails on a crazy train, he wasn't fibbing. Hello, my name is Floss. Welcome to my channel, The Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. And today I am going to tell you what I am going to do and what I'm not going to do. And I am also going to give a book review on one of the best books ever written. Do you want the good news first or the bad news? Yeah, let's get the bad news over with. Okay, so the bad news is I am not going to be finishing this book. You made a fool of death with your beauty, Akwaeke, Emezi. Now listen, I love the title of this book. That's what intrigued me to want to read it. Twice. But I haven't even read it once. I thought about it, never bought the book, and then years later I decided I was going to buy it. Well, it's about a romance. It's about someone who loses their love and gets back into the dating scene. And then the world that is created for her via this boyfriend is something like she's not known. But I couldn't delve too deep into the story because right from the get-go, it starts off very, very explicit. It's vulgar in its language. And I'm not offended. No, I'm not offended. But in my opinion, the use of that 4-letter F word is overplayed. Too many instances. I'm on the 3rd chapter. Too many instances of that word being used in this book. So if she's trying to make a point by using that word over and over and over, it's being lost on me. And so it's probably best that I just admit that I am not a match for this book, and this book is not a match for me. All right, so that was the bad news. The good news is I have replaced it. I had to stop into Barnes & Noble's, which I try not to go in anymore because I still want to do my challenge. And if I go in, I'll be tempted to buy a book. But I want to start reading the Bible. And so I went in to get some Bible markers. I have it downstairs. I'll go get it. Now I am back. So here is my Bible. And I've tried to read this years and years ago, probably in my 20s. And then for whatever reason, I just stopped. So I thought that, I would pick that back up again now that I'm 54. And I really have always wanted to read it. So this is the Old Testament and the New Testament. And these are markers. And that is the word that I was looking for. No, these are tabs. Tabs. That is the word I am looking for. I said marker, but I actually meant tabs. So I went ahead yesterday and I marked it all up just for easier reference. And then I wanted to get these highlighters so that I could mark. These are actually dual tip Bible highlighters. They're Bible safe and they won't smudge or bleed through paper. So I wanted to go and get these, and that is the main reason why I went to Barnes & Noble's. But along my travels, since I was there, I saw these and I picked these up too, and I am so glad that I did because I am loving, as a bookish office kind of person, I am loving the way that looks. All right, so that's why I went to Barnes & Noble's. But what happened also, in addition to this, while I was in Barnes & Noble's, is I did buy a book. Just one little book. One little book won't hurt anyone. The Girl I Was by Jeneva Rose. I have not read anything by her, and she has written a lot that I'm like, as a new reader to her, I'm not aware of that. But look at this beautiful book. This is a beautiful book, if I may say so myself. Look at them edges. I don't want to lose my page. Let's see. Okay. I'm only on page 3, so it's all good. But anyways, a lot of you out there are familiar with her work. I am new to her. So she has also written One of Us is Dead, You Shouldn't Have Come Here, Home is Where the Bodies Are, It's a Date, Crime Time, and others. So if you are into that kind of thing, this won't be your book. I'll tell you why. Because right from the get-go, she tells us, dear reader, if you pick this book up because you love my thrillers, please know this is nothing like them. This one's from the heart, and I hope you love it. Thank you for reading, Jeneva Rose. So I think that I will, because the girl I was, that speaks to me, because the girl that I was is mostly who I no longer am. There are parts of her that are still me and always will be. Parts of that little girl that are still me and always will be. But I think the purpose of being alive is to evolve. And I have come, further on down the line from who I was. I guess we will always be who we are. But we tend to get away from certain parts of us. And what I'm looking to do is tap into those fun parts that used to be me and maybe try to revive them. So in this book, I would like to know what she's trying to do or accomplish in stating the girl I was. Who was she? Who is she? So that is intriguing to me. So I am now reading this book. Okay. So now that we have those 2 books out of the way, I'm going to tell you the book that I'm working on. I believe that summertime and summer sunshine and heat, I believe it goes hand in hand with rock and roll. So I like to read my musical, I don't want to say influences, because the band itself was not well, I guess it was. I'm no longer that person anymore. So I used to love Fleetwood Mac. I have not stayed faithful to that belief. I mean, I like them, but not like I once did. But I still want to know. I've heard Stevie tell the story so many times, so I thought maybe I would give this one a try. And I am moving along nicely. I think I'm 5-6 chapters into this one. All right, now we're going to get to the main reason why we came here. This book, I Am Ozzy, the Ozzman Cometh, as he states. All right, so he's a little adorable child. Now, when I was reading this book, there were so many parts of this book that made me cringe. I even had to skip over the part where his one occupation involved terminating the lives of animals. I could not read that. That was too graphic and that was too much for me. And oddly enough, that was the job that suited him best, he says. Not the factory jobs or the car horn tuning job, but it was the job at the slaughterhouse that he enjoyed the most. So I didn't read that part, and that's okay. Now, the rest of the book, it's gross, unbelievable, hilarious. I cannot tell you how many times I have laughed out loud and couldn't stop. They said he is one funny guy, and he is absolutely one funny guy. He's hilarious. So if you want a good laugh and you like Ozzy, you might want to pick this up. All of his excursions in his journey with alcoholism, and we all know we do not do in inebriation what we would do in our sobriety. We are 2 different people again. But funny as all heck, and a really good, enjoyable read. It reads super fast, and I did both. I did this book and I did the Audible version. And then what happened is somewhere halfway between this book. I just abandoned the book altogether and continued on with the Audible version because it was really speaking to me, and it was really telling the story firsthand. Ozzy does not narrate it. He is dyslexic, and I think that's one of the reasons why he doesn't. But that's okay. And you know what? Oddly enough, or maybe not so oddly enough, Ozzy did consider himself a Christian. And one of his wishes in life, one of his goals in life was to read the Bible. And he was presented with a Bible that he was able to comprehend. He said he had a hard time comprehending the words of the Bible, so he was gifted a Bible that he was actually able to comprehend, and they had put his name on the front of the cover, and he kept it by his bedside. So I thought that was a very lovely story, and I guess this video has come full circle. So whatever you are reading, I hope you are having a ball. Until we meet again, I love you. Toodles.